Rabbi Eben Leder reflected on the words from the book of Genesis, Lech Lecha, which the Zohar interprets to mean not just get yourself going, but Lech Lecha, go to yourself, and perform there an internal contemplation. And considering that contemplation, he shared this poem from considering the maple tree that reaches over his friend's home. A person is like a leaf on a tree, a leaf that soaks in sunlight and produces sugars that nurture it and the entire tree as well. For some, living in this awareness is enough. But there are some leaves, some people, who observe their life and realize, I am always receiving from the tree, not just giving to it. And the tree is actually the source of my life. I want to know that source. This leaf looks inwards and discovers that the little veins that run through it all originate from its stem. And it is from the stem that they draw life. And the leaf follows its contemplation down into the stem and discovers that the life of the stem comes from a small twig. And inside the twig, it discovers that many other stems and leaves also draw life and sustains from the twig. And as the leaf goes even deeper into its being, it discovers that the twig draws life and sustenance from a branch. And as its thought enters the depths of the branch, it discovers that many twigs besides its own also draw life and sustenance from the branch. And so the leaf follows this contemplation deeper and deeper until it discovers the tree's trunk from which all the leaves and all the branches derive life and sustenance. And going even deeper than that, it discovers that the trunk draws life from the roots, large roots and delicate root threads that travel far under the surface of the earth. But at the edge of the root threads, the leaf must stop. For even though it understands that the roots derive sustenance from the earth that surrounds them, it cannot cross over that boundary. For it is of the tree, and at the edge of the roots the tree ends. And there, at the edge of the roots, is longing. When autumn comes, the leaf can no longer soak up light and produce sugars as it once did. Yet precisely at this time, its colors shine brilliantly, and it lights up the beauty of the tree. And then the leaf falls off from the tree to the earth. For one whose focus and energy have all been turned towards the dynamics of receiving from the sun, producing and giving, this detaching from the tree holds great fear and seems like the end of everything. But if you have lived into longing, even if just for some moments, you may see in this detaching from the tree and soft floating towards the ground and slowly decomposing into it, a realization of that which was impossible while you were part of the tree, leaf becoming earth, the source of all life. Throughout our lives, we take in the radiance of God's light. We transform that light into the energy that feeds our souls and share that energy through the bonds of love that we form and through all we put out into the universe. The branches of the tree of life sprout twigs on which grow our loved ones and families. And when they drop away, we are left wondering, how will we move on? How can we live without their energy, without all the ways in which they drew in and captured God's light? But when they fall, they sustain us differently. Falling, they return to be one with their source. We remember their unique beauty and all they gave in their time on the tree. And from their being transformed, we draw the sustenance and the strength to bloom once again, to blossom once more, sharing our own unique beauty and in reaching again for the light, spread through the tree and the world the gift of life.